Everything changes, erodes, inherits characteristics of use. Time, however, outlasts all the clocks made to measure it. Time is a feather brushing against a stainless steel sphere. We stand in its way, only to be brushed aside with thoughtless precision.
Mom, look at the clock. Not now, honey. We have to go.
What do you think?
Excellent. It's a fine watch. On sale this month.
Oh, really?
That's right. 30% off.
I don't know. %30 off, huh?
That's right, ma'am.
Can I see it again? I'll have to think some more. I'll have to ask George.
You read newspapers?
Occasionally.
You ever read leftist newspapers? We specialize in the news you won't read in your typical corporate daily. Struggles in the American underground, government's encroachment of individual liberty, the black problem, the woman problem.
You some sort of political?
Marxist. Karl Marx, hero of the working class.
Political philosophizers.
What?
Nothing. I'm not interested.
If you're not sure what we're about...
I know what you're about. I know what you're all about. I said I'm not interested.
Sorry to bother you.
I don't have time for the wasting.
What else is time for?
10 minutes. Measured on the scale of an entire lifetime, 10 minutes is a pinch of dust. Yet in 10 minutes, someone could make the most important decision of his life, fall in love, think brilliantly, or be inspired. One alteration in a 10-minute framework could irrevocably change history.
Your fish will be ready in 10 minutes. Should I bring the wine now?
Please.
Your soup, sir? Your fish.
Thank you.
I thought you might appreciate some company at a time like this.
At a time like what?
Don't assume that the religious are above the despair of men. They may even feel it more sharply.
What do you want?
Well, I'm not here to convert you.
Good.
I'm not even a member of the clergy anymore. They had their fill of me. Too radical for the modern church. Because I believe in Christ the way my grandfather did. When the world can no longer adapt to God, God must adapt to the world.
So what do you do now? I mean, now that you're not a priest.
I drink to my past and consider my final end. As a man, I am misunderstood, but I know God. Not the cheap, vague God of the modern age, but the God of Abraham and Job. The closer I come to that ineffable last thing, the more certain I am. Another carafe, please.
Of course, sir.
Tell me, Mr.
White.
Right, Mr. White. What is it that you do?
I'm a watchmaker.
That's very interesting. I myself am bored to death with time. Don't even know what day it is.
Today is Friday.
Yes, but what does it matter, really?
Well, there was one Friday that mattered.
Oh, I see. Yes. Without that day, there wouldn't be any time at all. That was the day when all became judged.
I'd better go.
Maybe eternity is just One long day. There's still wine to drink.
Where did you find God?
I found God at the bottom of a wash basin. My father was the most evil man that I've ever known. We had a peasant woman and her daughter, the Russian immigrants, as servants. Girl couldn't have been more than 15 years old. Sunday afternoon, my family was having dinner. One of my sisters happened to mention that a pair of her new stockings were missing and wondered if anyone had seen them. No one answered. My father's face darkened.
I knew it! I house them and feed them, and this is the thanks I get? Oh, I'll be damned if some immigrant is gonna steal from me!
He kept hollering and demanding to know about the stockings. No one answered. I doubt if they knew more than 10 words in English. That night I was working on a model airplane and I needed to go to the workroom for a bottle of glue. I was returning upstairs with my glue when something caught my eye. Do you know how it feels to hate? I hated that. I hated him with every inch of me. At night, I asked God to punish him like he punished that poor girl. That winter, my father died in a train accident. That's when I knew God was just.
Hey, Dad. Dad, look at this. I fixed it.
Just a minute.
Dad?
Just a minute, I said.
Dad, come look. It works now.
John, be patient. I don't have time for that right now.
Wish he was dead. Wish he was dead.
Jesus! I thought you were gonna let me freeze out there. Do you know what time it is?
I have no idea.